The thesis sentence for the last 48 hours to me seems to be that women have more balls than any of the men in this country. Let me give you some examples. Michelle Obama, she said, I'm not doing it. I'm not sitting on the stage with that man who is overtly racist towards me and my family. Nancy Pelosi, AOC called him out on Twitter for exactly what he is. Karen Pence.
That was the shock.
And then listen to this bishop at the prayer today with the newly inaugurated convicted felon. Listen to this. And I want you to watch the reaction on the people listening.
In the name of our God, I ask you to have mercy upon the people in our country who are scared now.
Keep an eye on Vance.
There are gay, lesbian, and transgender children in Democratic, Republican, and independent families, some who fear for their lives. And the people who pick our crops and clean our office buildings, who labor in poultry farms and meatpacking plants, who wash the dishes after we eat in restaurants and work the night shifts in hospitals, they may not be citizens or have the proper documentation. But the vast majority of immigrants are not criminals.
Okay.
They pay taxes.
So you can stop it there.
And are good neighbors.
Did you notice J.D. Vance and his disdain for that, for getting called out, for her taking exactly what her faith means to her, right to the heart of them, and the balls and the courage that that woman had to look them right in the face and address them directly for the immoral, evil acts that they are about to execute on the American public?
I was so impressed by this lady. She had more balls than the U.S. Senate and the U.S. House of Representatives on the Republican side. We'll see. Tiffany Trump, you could tell it was like, oh my gosh, somebody's telling my dad what he doesn't want to hear. He behaved like a petulant child, looking around. He's all slouched over because he's mad. What a fucking titty baby. And Melania, I mean, her face would crack if she took a smile, even had an expression.
I love the optics of that. That going to the heart of all of these big faith and family voters. And that she sat there and called him out and told him what her faith tells her to do, and reminds the American public, I'm not a Christian, but the ones that are, how far MAGA has taken them away from the tenets of what the faith is supposed to be, and what a cruel version MAGA Christianity and Republican Christianity is. It's gross, it's grotesque, it's evil. But, you know, here's Trump getting confronted by the press as he's walking into the Oval Office, which breaks my heart to even say that.
Yeah.
Here is a reporter asking him what he thought of the service. Let's watch this titty baby.
Mr. President, what did you think of the sermon? What did you think of the sermon?
What did you think of the service?
What did you think? Did you like it? Did you find it exciting? Not too exciting, was it? I didn't think it was a good service, no. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
What did you think?
Exciting?
What did you think? What a titty baby. Grow up. I mean, it's just, he's so unpresidential. I even go as far to say he's inhuman. I mean, it's just, this is a caricature of all of America's worst characteristics, all put into one person who walks around and doesn't have the decency to blend his goddamn makeup.
He's so gross. And this whole, you know, his whole fist thing, I'm just like, just stop.
Let me tell you something I've had it with, and I'd forgotten about this. I've had it with Donald Trump's show and tell. when he signs an executive order.
Yes.
He picks it up. I forgot that he did that the first
I
year.
did too.
How he picks up and he shines it around like he is in kindergarten at the show and tell class. I know that's a small grievance, but it bothers me nonetheless. And I just think his signature looks like that of a psychopath. And it bugs the shit out of me that he has to do a show and tell with his executive orders that are going to destroy the lives of his supporters. The reversing the cap on prescription drugs, that is going to hurt the majority of his supporters. He doesn't give a shit. He's not pro-life. He is pro-money, pro-capitalism.
Honestly, I couldn't believe the church didn't spontaneously combust with that whole family in there at the same time. And they don't give a shit. You could tell by their expressions. And then I had the same reaction. I had forgotten that he has to show everybody, look, I'm such a big boy. Can everybody applaud for me? Because I wrote my name in Sharpie because I'm 5. I can't stand him. I mean, this is day 2.
It's pathetic. Okay. And then here he is. And I just want to remind everybody, he's 78. He's no spring chicken. And when he goes off script, he does not sound like he's all there. And here he is, this old man who nobody is intervening to help. Everybody's covering for him. Here he is during the church service, what appears to be falling asleep. All right. That's President Pawpaw is what we'll start calling him. Pawpaw. I mean, this is just pathetic. But here we have Elise Stefanik, who is at her confirmation hearings, and she is grotesque, zero courage. She is the type of woman that I cannot stand. And she is the type of woman, when I hear the phrase women supporting women, where I'm like, fuck that shit. I'm not supporting that bitch. No effing way. Here she is bending herself into a pretzel, trying to justify what we all saw as a Nazi salute, not once, but twice, by Elon Musk. Here she is trying to explain it to Senator Chris Murphy.
No, Elon Musk did not do those salutes. I was not at the rally, but I can tell you I've been at many rallies with Elon Musk, who loves to cheer when President Trump says we need to send, our U.S. space program to Mars. Elon Musk is a visionary. I'm looking forward to his work in DOGE, the Department of Government Efficiency, and look forward to looking how we can be more efficient and effective. But that is simply not the case. And to say so is the American people are smart. They see through it. They support Elon Musk. We are proud to be the country of such successful entrepreneurs. That is one of our greatest strengths as Americans.
So let me share with you what a few Americans have said about it. Evan Kilgore, a right-wing political commentator, wrote on X, "Holy crap, did Elon Musk just Heil Hitler at the Trump inauguration rally? This is incredible. We are so back." Andrew Torba, who's the founder of the right-wing Christian nationalist social platform Gab, said incredible things are happening as he amplified the visual. The Proud Boys chapter in Ohio posted the clip on a Telegram channel with the text "Heil Trump." A chapter of the white nationalist group White Lives Matter posted it on Telegram. "Thanks for hearing us, Elon. The white flame will rise again." I could keep going.
So I want you to notice that when she said he likes to cheer, she did her arms like this. And what I have to say to all of the people defending it, you do it. Right. You do that because you wouldn't do it because you fucking know exactly what it is. And it is a Nazi salute. Anybody who has been alive more than 10 to 12 years knows exactly what that is. He knows what it is. This reminds me of when Donald Trump said, "Stand back, stand by." And then everybody tried to explain to the moderates, "Oh, no, that's not what he meant." The Proud Boys knew exactly what he meant. All of the Nazis know exactly what he meant. And let me just take you down history lane. Elon Musk's grandparents were Nazis. He favors the apartheid government in South Africa, Elon Musk does. He amplifies Nazis on his platform all of the time. He speaks out in support of a far-right German government. I believe it's called the AfD. If it walks like a duck, talks like a duck, and does a Sieg Heil, he is a Nazi. That was intentional and it wasn't an accident. And Elise Stefanik, that video will exist forever. That is going to be there forever.
She has debased herself morally to such a degree that it's unbelievable. But two things that I have issue with that she said. Number one, oh, that's not what he did. I mean, I wasn't there, but that's not what he did. He just gets excited. Bullshit. You know exactly what it is. Quit lying. Quit gaslighting us. We all saw it. Elise, you are lying. You know it. You're trying to cover up for his bullshit. And number two, when she says the American people are smarter, they know better than that. Are they? Because I don't think they are, because we just have the biggest bozo in the history of the world starting his second term. And then for Chris Murphy to throw it right back in her face that the Proud Boys and all of the white supremacy groups feel empowered. That's exactly what he was aiming for. That's exactly what Trump was aiming for. And it served him well with January 6th. And the absolute emboldenedness that these white supremacy groups are going to feel, the people that hate women, LGBT communities, this is Trump 2.0. They're not... The dog whistles are huge sirens.
I want to point out that when she said the American people are smarter, that was intentional. That is a manipulation tactic used by manipulators and gaslighters. She's saying, she's giving them cover. You're smarter. Don't believe your lying eyes. You're smarter than that. This is why Trump says everybody knows it. These are tactics of a manipulator. This is like psychological manipulation. She knew exactly what she was saying when she said that. It's not as simple as, are they smarter than that? She's saying that to provide them cover. They are very evil and nefarious about the ways they gaslight their supporters and help provide them cover for their racist, anti-Semitic, white supremacist default settings. But I want to update our most unfuckable list here on IHIP News. I have somebody who's going to go neck to neck with Ted Cruz, and it is none other than the newly sworn in Secretary of State, Lil Marco Rubio. Kylie, play the clip.
The images of the attack stirred up anger in you. The nation was embarrassed in the eyes of the world by our own citizens. How do you personally reconcile those feelings with the pardons that he did yesterday? I understand you have work to do in the job as far as there are many things, but on this particular issue, I'm curious about what you're thinking.
Yeah, well, what I'm thinking is that I used to be a United States Senator until midnight last night, and now I'm about to be sworn in as the Secretary of State of the United States. And that's what I'm thinking is I work for Donald J. Trump, the new President of the United States, the 47th President, who has a clear mandate to reorient our foreign policy to one that once again puts America and our interests at the center. And that's what I'm going to focus on, 100%.
So, Mr.
Number
just
one,
a complete dodge.
Number one, he doesn't work for Donald Trump. He works for the American people. Number two, I am so pissed at the Democrats. He got 99 to 0 confirmed. Are you guys kidding me? Grow a pair. I would have voted no simply because the man has no spine. I would have said, I want to play a hype reel. All the times Marco Rubio was on Meet the Press and on the Senate floor and all of these places talking about how dangerous and how horrific Donald Trump is. And this 180 is the grossest thing about politics. And on principle, because this man has no spine, I am voting no. And so the Democrats have got to quit this pick me with Republicans. They are never going to like you. Ever. Liz Cheney was not some trophy. She had an opportunity to investigate Ginny Thomas during the January 6th hearing and fought with other members of the January 6th committee and said, no, I don't want to investigate Ginny Thomas. So quit trying to get these rhinos or moderate Republicans to like you. They're never going to like you. And all you're doing is alienating your base. At least 15 of you should have voted no to this spineless, unfuckable coward, Marco Rubio.
He is an absolute coward. There's no question. I mean, he's called Little Marco for a reason. And it's because he is small and he is whiny. And like you said, he serves Donald J. Trump. No, motherfucker, you don't. But we all know that all of these people that work for Donald Trump have one loyalty first, and that's to Donald Trump. So I agree with you.
Emasculating. I mean, how
Here's the deal.
embarrassing. How embarrassing that Karen Pence has more of a backbone. Mother, the wife of Mike Pence, has more courage than all of these fucking flea bags. It is unbelievable how quickly they've all folded like cheap suits, from the world's richest man all the way to Lil Marco. It's gross.
It's totally gross. And there's a reason they talk about masculinity all the time, because they have fucking none. They're all the biggest beta males, limp dick, tiny weenies, motherfuckers, no balls, no spine. They cave to one person and one person only. And that's Donald Trump. And he's a fucking nut.
So listen up, guys. Make sure you subscribe to our channel. Every Tuesday and Thursday, we are going live. And so make sure you set notifications and enjoy the chat. News in the Trump era breaks like crazy. So tomorrow we'll be covering the press conference that he's doing right now, and we'll be covering that tomorrow morning. I'm sure it's going to be a stage 10 shit show. So we'll see you guys then. And remember, we are all in this together. We are the rebellion.